What's up, guys? Welcome to Rice and Beans. Jester and Big O are in the house, and we made a new friend. Say what's up to LoLo.
Hi.
So, it's the first one that we've gotten together for in a little bit, since we had a lot of fun that shooting season 6. And we got a bunch done that one weekend, and so we're finally now at the part where we have to start working again. And yeah, I know.
After that COVID scare and everything.
Scare, I was like, I get to stay home from work. I'm not scared of that.
Practicing your jazz hands on the couch.
Think about all the freaky games I used to play as a kid.
Yeah, right? I mean, god dang, man. I was my own best friend back then.
I think a lot of us were.
Yeah, you know what? If there were ghosts and your, abuelas and abuelitas and your nanas and tatas, they were looking over you, they would be so ashamed of the acts that you did.
That's their fault for watching.
Maybe they got buttered popcorn and getting the action on themselves.
If you don't like it, look the other way.
Jesus Christ, you see what this boy's doing for the 10th time today?
And if you're going to sit there, at least be quiet. I don't need a co-pilot or a commentator.
Oh, you're doing your business and all of a sudden you see some orange juice floating your way. Yeah, I'm a bit parched.
The fucking Dave Chappelle skit where he was like eating a sandwich and like they were doing it, and he's like eating a sandwich and then he fucking gets a juice box and shit.
Oh my gosh, man. Yeah, talking about those days, when you were young and fun and full of, little people. Spinning the bottle, that was a trick, right?
Yeah, I saw a lot of fights get started over that. Maybe just where I was at, but yeah, I saw.
Well, it was all dudes around your circle, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, but I mean, that's kind of what made it interesting. At least it was a fair fight, no matter who got mad.
Oh, that's what you deemed as a cockfight, right?
It was a circle jerk.
Man, you knew it was serious when they started greasing zippers.
Wow.
You ever get a chance to play Spin the Bottle?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember.
That's a no.
I don't think I have, to be honest.
That was always fun because you never knew who was, in the mix. Sometimes you have the good-looking guy and an ugly guy, and vice versa, a good-looking girl and ugly girl. And the good lookers brought in everybody else, so they'd be more fun. But every time it's spin on the wrong person, you always hear.
It seems really stressful, right? I would hate to be there
yeah, you're absolutely right.
It's only stressful for you if you're good looking. If you're not, you're winning.
You know what? I didn't care either way. I just went in for whatever I was gonna do. Hey, I was a winner just participating.
Me too, because I was like, I would shamelessly sit there with like people that were hot, like way hotter than I was, and just like sit there like, yeah, I'm totally supposed to be here.
Yeah, and then you're playing Spin the Bottle, and everybody says, it's pointing at the dog. All right, come here, Fluffy. You put peanut butter on your special no-no place and get business done. You know what I'm saying?
like shit, like hide and go get it. Where like fucking whoever you found, you made out with. Or
look, I found this blow-up doll under your dad's bed.
Like there would be like a group of people playing, and like it was mostly like either the girls were hiding and the boys were going to look, or the boys were hiding and the girls were going to look. And so like you could tell like when the girls didn't want to, because like fucking we'd be like hiding and fucking streetlights come on.
They wouldn't find you?
Nobody's coming. I'm like, everyone would just lose interest and leave. But it was mostly like that. They would go hide, you go look for them, and then you end up making out with whichever fucking one you happen to find.
I've never played that one either. So how does that one work? Like all the girls look for all the boys at the same time?
Basically, yeah. And mostly it was like 6 people total that played most of the time. It was really frowned upon if you tried to get in without an additional like girl or boy.
I was always thinking the weirdest things, like trying to hide my upper body in a position to where my lower body was exposed, but my upper body wasn't, and my pants were around my ankles. No, you gotta touch me. Never worked out. But I always had a good jar of Jiffy peanut butter, and I got my due.
Animals need love too. What about you?
Oh, your fur is so soft.
What kind of games like that do you remember playing when like where you grew up and like back
Like hooking up related games or any games?
like weird games like that where like hide and go get it or like was spin the bottle like the
I don't know. I'm sorry.
games
I can't think of anything
like
right now.
MASH or something.
Oh yeah, MASH. I did play MASH. Do you guys played MASH before?
No, never played MASH. Explain, do tell.
Okay, so you write MASH at the top, MASH, and it stands for mansion, apartment, shack, or house. And then on one side, you'll write down like 3 girls' names. Give me 3 girls' names.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the bottom, you pick some numbers. And then on the left-hand side, you pick 3 cards that you like. And in the middle, you'll do like a little spiral until someone says stop. And then you count how many lines are there. And then you go and you say like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, cross it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, cross it out. You just like eliminate what was there until you're living in an apartment, married to Jessica or the lunch lady with 13 kids. And
she knows how to cook.
You drive a Pinto. She knows how to cook. Yeah.
She has 13 kids. She obviously puts out.
I almost feel bad talking about this now because you seem so pleasant. But for us dudes, it was F, marry, kill.
Yeah.
Similar, but not the same.
Boys are definitely different than girls.
Yeah, we were hypersexualized, and I was really worse in my line because I had been looking at magazines far well before I should have been looking at them.
Yeah, I found the porn stash around 12.
Wow.
Yeah, I was more like in first grade.
The fucking Playboys.
Wow. I don't think I watched porn until I was like 23 or something.
Thank God. That's why you're so nice and we're so weird.
You guys are weird.
Yeah, it's part of the allure. I think it wasn't because it wasn't. Well, I mean, we're all about the same age because it wasn't readily available online until about then.
Well, so yeah, my mom worked at a cable company and we got free cable, and so I seen the scrambled porn at first, and they had the parental lock on there. Well, there's 4 digits for the parental lock, and there's a certain amount of combinations you can only do with 4 digits. And guess what? I had all the goddamn time in the world. What has 2 thumbs and cracked the code? This guy.
What was infuriating about the scrambled porn is that they left the audio intact. So you could totally hear everything that was going on perfectly, but you couldn't see shit.
That's good. You have to use your imagination.
Right?
Wait, is she shaved? I don't know. It's scrambled. Oh.
So one day I'm like I was like the fucking electronics fix-it guy at the house when we were all growing up, right? So I had some really bad food. I was in the bathroom most of the day, and they were bitching at me to fix the fucking the surround sound speaker. And I'm like, okay, fine. So I fucking took it in there with me, and like I'm like, I fixed it, and I'm like, okay, test it. And to be fucking assholes, they fucking blasted porn. And it was like fucking, I'm sitting there with this fucking speaker in my lap in the bathroom, and then there's the fucking bathroom window that's like 40 feet from the neighbor's house, and their front room windows, and the fucking porn is blasting, like echoing off all the tile in the bathroom, and I'm like, all right, motherfuckers.
Wait, so you were taking a shit and then you were...
fixing the speaker because like...
He was taking a shit, not using the vibration of the subwoofer to come.
And so, yeah, I'm like, okay, it's fixed. And I thought they were going to just test it with like a regular channel. No, and they just fucking left. I ended up having to pull the wires out of the back of the speaker because they wouldn't fucking shut it off. They just kept turning it up.
Isn't that what they call poor man's Blumpkin?
I guess so.
I should not know all these terms. I'm
I don't
a
even
sick
know
and
what
twisted
that
individual.
is.
That's when you're taking a dump on the toilet as you're getting a blowjob.
Ew.
But see, the thing is, he didn't have a girl, so it was a poor man's Blumpkin. He was just doing it himself.
Or he could have invited the dog in.
It was the speaker.
Right.
Boom! Instant callback.
Roll, Roy.
So yeah, no, but that was fucking like afterwards. I was laughing about it a lot because that was really fucking funny. And it, like if it had been me like in control of what channel was gonna get blasted, I probably would have done the same thing.
That's fucking nuts. That's awesome. Yeah, I remember, on the school ground, we used to do crack the whip, man. So, you would get like at least 3 guys, 3 people. Didn't have to be guys, it'd be girls and guys. And then you just pull them as fast as you can and then dart 90 degrees. And then everybody follows and it's a human chain and they have to follow the curve. So as you're going through there and you're going back and forth, snaking a whip, the last person online holding would just go whack and just fly off the end because all the momentum would feed to the last point. And so by the time they got to the last position, they would just fling everywhere. And we had a human chain of kids about 15 deep. And the last guy online is, I want to be the end because this looks awesome. So I'm leading the way and just cracking the whip and just getting things going. And finally, I just dart 90 degrees straight out. When he came through, he went flying through the air at least 8 feet off the ground.
Wow.
And landed on his shoulder and severed his freaking shoulder blade. Oh man, everyone got in trouble for that one.
His collarbone or shoulder blade?
Yeah, his collarbone snapped it.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, that was good times right there. It was banned from that point on.
The one that got banned on our schoolyard was the one like when you go to carry somebody that's hurt and you like cross your arms and like you grab their arms and you make a chair for the person that you're carrying.
Oh yeah.
Well, we used to fucking do that and then like squat and then just launch whoever was sitting straight up in the air.
Okay.
That sounds fun.
Until the one time the person that came down didn't put their feet down and they like fucking got fucked up on the concrete.
You guys did that on the concrete?
Yeah, we didn't have grass. I went to school in the inner city.
Oh.
It was called youth jail.
Juvie.
It's called juvie.
There was another game we used to play back in the early 80s. They had unbreakable combs. You ever heard of those?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we used to take those unbreakable combs because they were unbreakable, and we would bring it back as far as we could because we knew they wouldn't break, and we'd slap each other on the ass with those. Well, we used to go to the Mexican swap meet down the way and, just buy a whole box of them because realistically we just went through them. So $1 a comb, buy a box, put $10 down or so, and just get a small box of them. And that was back then when I actually had hair and needed a comb. And one day we went to the swap meet and I saw an unbreakable comb. So they're normally about 6 inches, about that wide in the comb level. I got a huge fucking unbreakable comb, at least 13 inches, and the width was that high. Fucking nuts, about 6 inches in width. And I was walking through, and I thought I was the coolest kid because I had this huge comb in my back pocket. And my brother comes up to me and goes, "Give me your comb." Fuck you! I just spent $3 for this thing, man. That's $3 I've been saving for like 15 years. He goes, "No, give me the comb, man." I'm like, "No, I'm not giving you the comb." He goes, "You're gonna enjoy this. Just give me the comb." Well, what had happened was there was this dude who kept smacking my brother, and they were friends. He wanted to get even with them, and his comb had already broke from recent uses of it. So he gets my comb and he pulls it back. He gets that thing almost level or perpendicular to his arm and lets it go. And as he does it, he's holding it like this underneath the small of this guy's back. And it reaches around his buttocks, wraps up underneath there and hits him right in the gooch, man. That soft patch between his balls and his anus. Just whacks him hard. And this dude stands up on his tippy toes and goes, "Yow!" Jumps up 6 feet in the air onto a bench, and he's just crying, stomping on his tippy toes. Goes, "Wow." Breaks my goddamn comb, and all I could do was just roll on the fucking dirty ground and laugh because it was the funniest thing I ever saw.
Those fucking things hurt.
Hell yeah, get hit in the taint and the gooch. Hell yeah, it does. The girls did it too, which was even funnier.
Oh yeah, I remember they used to the girls at my school would fucking go around like fucking smacking each other on their tit with it. Some of them would aim right for the fucking nipple too. They were fucking ruthless. I was like, God damn. And
I thought we were bad.
And then when they did it to the guys, straight for the fucking sack.
That's cruel, man. Right in the moment, daddy button.
Yeah, like no fucks given. Or if you were sitting down the back of the ear. That was everybody's. That was like the premier target. If you could get somebody right in the back of the fucking ear.
Oh my god, that just hurts right there because not everybody was a good shot, and they hit you on the back of the head, and your head would ring all day long.
I got hit right on the fucking opening, and it fucking was ringing for like half a class, and I'm like, this fucking bitch.
Hey, Jester, huh? Jester, huh? Jester, huh?
Yeah.
That brings us to 7 Minutes in Heaven when you're a kid, going into early pubescent stages. You ever do that?
Yeah, at school.
Yeah, at school?
Yeah.
Nice, man. So who was your favorite teacher that did that to you?
That one nun, Sister Fister.
I thought it was Coach Harvey. That's what you told me.
No, that was Cookie. That was him and Monsignor or some shit or other.
Father, may I?
Yeah, we all went to Catholic school.
Oh, you did? All of you guys?
Cookie and I went to Catholic school.
Oh, okay. So. Were there any hot nuns there?
Not at that one.
No.
Porn really taints the hot popularity of nuns. It doesn't happen like that in real life.
Like in Jay and Silent Bob, where he's like, "You live by the book too." He's all right.
I guess I got to do it. Carrie Fisher was pretty hot even at her older age. I'm just saying. Yeah, I got a chance to do 7 Minutes in Heaven one time, and that really didn't end up well because, I was an awkward kid growing up. But, other people seemed to like it, so I gave it a try. And, after, mouth kissing armpits and stuff like that, I just gave it up.
Gross.
I'm kidding. That never happened. It was just awkward kissing, It's just one of those things that, you don't really know what to do. It's you do what you think is right, and both parties are like, okay, that really wasn't worth anything because you're an ugly kid.
Aww.
there was a girl that liked in class that liked to basically do the whole shock comic and shock and awe type thing. So one time she's like, "How long does it take you to get hard?" And I was like, "I don't know. Let's go find out. But I'm gonna need your help."
1, 2, 3 licks.
I'm like, "Are we going?" And she was like, "No." I'm like, "Then why did you ask?" But everybody that heard was like, they instantly stopped and they're all, "What the fuck?" And I'm all, "Mind your own business." Don't you fucking ruin this for me. What if she would have done it?
Man, thanks for the memories, right?
No, you know what? It wouldn't have been that time. It was the first time. I think I was like 14.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But no, this was probably 2 years before that.
Yeah, so that was my first time around 14 or 15 years old. My brother was always beating me to a pulp, and then I started playing football in high school. Then I started bench pressing much more than he weighed, and I would lift him up and put him in headlocks and everything. And pretty soon he didn't really want to wrestle me. And it wasn't so much fun anymore to wrestle your brother. So, I was thinking, I need to find a new wrestler partner. That's when you see your first titties and you have your first experience. And, oh boy, I remember my first set. They were not mine this time. And it was pretty nice.
It's always better when it's not your own. I mean, it's cool for a while, but the novelty wears off.
You're like, man, do I really need a sports bra or do I need a girlfriend? I don't know. But she had a strong C going into a D, and the kind that you would see in Playboy that are perfect. And she was just a bitch. She turned out to be a bitch, but during that time she was really nice to me, and it almost worked out. What
are perfect titties? What are they?
Really, all titties are perfect except for the ones you put in your socks.
What?
Yeah, if they hang so low that you have to tuck them into your socks.
I was like, what?
Yeah, but yeah, droopy titties are kind of sad titties. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they are.
They bum you out.
They're like, Yeah, if they're like too droopy, like you know what I mean. It's kind of like, oh yeah, they kind of bum me out.
They're all right though. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I don't want to see them. I mean, I've seen them so low to the ground that they sweep. I've seen them, perfectly in the air. I've seen them on the back. I've seen them on their side. I've seen them pointing down. I've seen them as you could see them when they, hard over mediums. But you know what? They're still perfect titties in my mind.
And those are like the ones from like Something About Mary, like the fucking triangle, like fucking the old lady.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That's about where I'd have to draw the line.
Yeah, Miranda. Oh my gosh, man. Yeah. There's really no bad set of titties, and I've seen some boobs on men and they're like, wow, if you were a slimmer
are
girl,
so
that would be all
nice
right, and you didn't have as much hair.
Man cans.
Yes, I've seen some that are like a really good set, and you look at the face and like, man, at least you should have a good head of hair if you're carrying cans like those.
Okay, the first time I saw titties on a guy, was interesting.
Okay,
Because
do
I was
explain
dating
that.
this guy, and he was like a bigger dude, and all the lights were off when we hooked up, and then like after that, I remember sitting like at his bed, and he was sitting on this side. We were just gonna watch a movie or something, but he had his shirt off, and I was like, "Dude, your titties are bigger than mine." Like, I was a little bit jealous.
Were they fatty deposits or did he have muscle behind him?
I think they were just fatty deposits. Yeah. Yeah.
Moobs.
Moves.
They were moob-tastic.
Man cans have a little bit of fucking muscle behind them. If it's just fat, that's moobs.
Yes, definitely. At least he could have done was shaved them so that, the suckling would be better.
Gross. Yeah, they did need to be shaved, though.
Nothing wrong in that. Nothing wrong. No shame in anybody's game. We only go around this world once, man. You might as well enjoy it.
Wait, so you guys don't mind hairy titties? On women?
Well, if she's hot and doesn't have a Caitlyn Jenner penis, then I'm okay.
I mean, as long as she doesn't. So, I think that one stripper that didn't put deodorant on, like, pretty much ruined it for anybody that had fucking any kind of body hair. Like, it wouldn't have been bad if she would have just put on the fucking right guard. Like, like she was hot, great body, like, really good face. I didn't care that she didn't really shave the pits, but, like, when they went up and it smelled really bad, I was like, oh, no, get the fuck away from me.
No, that's when you go, come on, let's go take a shower. We're going to clean that off.
Yeah, so like fucking if like I don't know, there's 5 o'clock shadow on the titties, I don't think I'd mind so long as like there was like some fucking right guard or like fucking secret going or some shit.
I mean, you see some fur on the titties, and then you see like another set below that, another set below that. You think you're with a werewolf, and you're like, yeah, I'll probably get done with this. Let's see what our litter looks like.
You never have to go far if you want to do titty fucking.
That is true, man. You got 6 to choose from. One's deflated. You got another set above it. And that brings you back to the time when you had your first carryover, your nocturnal emissions.
Man,
when you think about that,
that ruined a whole fucking weekend that I had planned. Of like, I forgot what game had just come out, and I was supposed to do laundry, but I wasn't going to because I still had the one fucking clean pair on that I was wearing that night. And yeah, no, fucking, fucking that whole weekend went to shit. I ended up doing fucking laundry.
You got your Return of the Jedi bed sheets on, and then you wake up with Luke Skywalker with white hair. Wait a minute, he's a blonde, not a platinum.
Yeah, it was super fucking inconvenient. That's what I remember about the first time.
Yeah, I used to wear my tighty whities, and back then I used to wear regular shorts to bed, workout shorts, running shorts. And I just remember that it was hard like cardboard, and I'm like, wait, what happened? Well, I couldn't help it. It's one of those things that happen. You just have a great dream, and you're thinking about Wonder Woman, and you're thinking about all Farrah Fawcett and all the other posters that you have on your board there, and then next thing you know, you have it. Nothing you can do about it, and then you wake up, and I'm looking at my shorts like, yeah, these are a bit crusty. I better put them aside and wash them myself later. I was never a socks guy.
I had a friend that she asked me, she's like, yo, when did you start beating off? I'm like, well, it's not my fault. You walked into my bathroom, first of all. Second of all, like 3 minutes ago, and third, get out till I'm done. And so she's like, okay, so at what age? I'm like, fuck, 12, 13. I was like, I don't know, it was a long time ago. I'm like, I've gotten a lot better at it since then. Like, why? Would you want pointers or what? And she's like, no, that she was trying to figure out if her son was fucking at that age where he was like starting to beat off. And I'm all, I don't know. I go, why? And she's like, cause like there's like fucking whites like shit on his bed, on his sheets. I'm like, is he really sweaty person in general? And she's like, no. I'm okay. Then they're not sweat stains. I'm like, you're a fucking hoe bag. You know what those stains look like. I'm like,
You're a fucking hoe bag.
I mean, I don't know if she is, but I mean, so like she should know what that is. I was like, and that's what I told her. I'm like, you know what that is. Like if it's not sweat stains.
It's not shit stains either. It's
like,
cum stains.
I'm like, how does it get on your bed?
What's the name of your dog at home? Cum.
And I'm like, and so she's like, really, you think? And I'm like, probably. I'm like, he's about that age. And again, you said not a super sweaty person. I'm like, me, could have gone either way. But I was like, no, I just didn't like sleeping in that shit. So I was a gentleman. I went to the bathroom. And sucked for the rest of the family. We only had one.
If any girl asks any dude, when's the time that boys, jerk off, just look at a boy when they grow up. The first thing they do is they see something protruding out and they touch it. They play with it. They throw it anywhere they can. They do everything they can to make it work. And then when it starts working, and some kids at around 9, some kids at 10, some more closer to 12, 13, and you see some sticky stuff, it ain't from gyms. So just clean them, don't say a word, and let them do their thing.
Ew. So luckily for me, I have 2 boys. And they're 19, 21. Luckily for me, like, I didn't run into that when they were young. They must have been super secretive about it.
Long showers.
Yes. And I was going to say, fuck, why is he in there for like 45, 50 minutes? Like, doesn't take that long.
Because just like a woman, that warm stream going across the genitalia. Oh, boy.
But yeah, just shout out to my boys. Thank you for not leaving cum all over the blanket.
Socks that can stand on their own.
Is that what you're going to be on your deathbed? Go, I remember when you guys used to hide your stains. Thank you. Oh, gosh. That's awesome of them, though. We make jokes about it. Yeah, I tried to hide because I was ashamed of what I did. I mean, I was a filthy hoarder myself. The things I did, I didn't want my mom knowing that I treated myself like that because I should treat people better, especially myself. But, man, I was such a filthy whore.
Aiming for distance, shooting for distance.
No, I never shot for distance. I shot for short term and right in the sheets. You know what? The right set of pillows make a good mountain to hum.
They fucking drawing a little fucking target on the wall in fucking blacklight marker and then fucking going to town. Seeing how you hit the bullseye. It was all about shock value for me.
Thank God I didn't visit hotels often because I'll tell you what.
One time this fucking this chick that I hooked up with, she was like just trying to be outrageous, and she was like, do something fucking dirty and nasty when you're gonna come. I'm like, okay. So we were at her place, and so I fucking came in my hand and I fucking threw it at the wall, and I'm like, what? There you go. That was her reaction too. I'm like, didn't see that one coming, did you? And she's like, no. And then she starts laughing. I'm like, you want me to clean it up? She's like, no, leave it there. That's funny.
Wait, this was in her house?
Yeah.
I would have been pissed. Like, why are you throwing that shit on my wall? Oh my God.
What you should have done is after you threw it, just go Spider-Man.
She's like, she asked for dirty and nasty. I'm like, okay, asking ye shall receive. It's all about the shock value.
Just like that one comedian used to say, you want to make your wife scream and, yell really loud during sex, you pull out and wipe your dick on the curtain.
Never do that.
You nasty fucker! Get out of here! Ah, damn it! She'll scream and yell all night long. Oh my gosh, man! Threw it up against the wall, huh?
Oh, that's crazy.
That was the first time.
Wow.
What have you
really?
Has there been other times that you did that?
I know there's been times where I was pretty drunk when we did it and didn't remember stuff, so I'm not gonna rule it out. I never heard about it after that, if for what it's worth, but I can't honestly say no.
What if that just became your thing? Like,
I don't know. Maybe it did. I was like, maybe it's that's
you know
what
how
I
there's
do when
like
I'm
a
drunk.
gum collection like under somewhere? Just be like,
Well, one side of the bed has boogers, the middle side has gum, and then the last side has cum.
gross.
It's like a flashlight when you have a black light in there. It's like a light show. Like Pink Floyd.
It illuminates the whole room.
Yeah, you just fucking take some fucking mushrooms and fucking hit it with a flashlight. Trip out.
You know, and when you're really sexually active towards yourself, you know, the parents walk in, there's nothing you can do about hiding that. You do the best you can, but it's always going to happen. I've seen my parents naked and regretted ever seeing that, and I cannot get it out of my head. And, you know, it's like PTSD for me, you know, it just hits, you know, no dissimulation to our, you know, brave veterans, but, you know, it was pretty nasty. You know, when they catch you the same way, it's the same feeling. Oh, I saw my kid doing something ungodly with his hand.
No, I never got caught. I was always in the bathroom.
You got caught. You just didn't know it.
No, I was in the bathroom. I always did it in the bathroom because I'm like, yeah, there was gonna bug me in here. They think I'm in here taking a shit. So,
Just like the cat always reaching underneath the door, just doing the pawing down there. What are you doing in there? You've been in there for 15 hours. You're gonna blow out an O-ring. Get off the shitter.
so that would have been a first. I mean, like, I don't know what's the craziest first when you start thinking about them that comes to mind.
Well, you know, one of the craziest firsts I had was a finger in the butt.
Was it?
It was me.
What did you
It's
think?
me.
Oh, okay, never mind. I was gonna,
This guy.
I was gonna ask if it was intentional or if it was by surprise, but
Well, no, it was yes and yes. How do you say no? I mean, you know, it was intentional. It was by surprise, by both. It was, you know, like Sean William Scott. You know, did I say 2 fingers? Better make it 3.
oh, and fucking was it road trip or Euro trip?
Road trip, yeah. So, you know, it's one of those things that, you know, it's not that bad. I don't do it every time. And it's not like I want to get pegged, but, you know, hey, you know,
But it's
blow
good.
job and a
But
finger.
Is
Hey,
it
you know,
good,
it's just like,
right?
chicken and waffles.
The presidential?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they call it. It's a presidential.
Yeah, it
but-
was the first time for that, and you know, I was like, yeah, you know, pretty good, you know. And then, you know, then after it never happens again, you're just kind of you're on your back and you're trying to, you know, get your butt there, you know. Come on, don't, no, that's wrong, no, right there, no.
I think
It's kind of like, you know, docking in outer space. You're trying to get that seal. Shunk.
I think it's something that you might want to run by somebody first if you're gonna do it, because the first time, like this fucking chick tried to do that, we had just like eaten a lot.
Taco Bell?
And I was pretty full.
Oh.
Like really not a good time to do that. I was like, oh, that was really bad timing.
So you or her
Her I was like,
receiving?
she was her. She was the one blowing, so she was like, "Oh, presidential." I'm like, "That's probably not a good time for that." And I'm like, And she's like, "I go. You should probably go wash your hands before you." Yeah, it's okay. You can stop. Just go wash your hands.
Meanwhile, she's doing this to you.
She got no. As soon as she like stood up, when her hand was like, "I'm oh, nope."
What was it called? The Simba?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, man.
One of the crazy first for me was the first time I did like a bunch of Molly, and then afterwards like it'll go up, but there's that all the Molly just used up everything that'll make you come, so like there's no point. Like you can get it up and it'll stay up and it's usable, but
Wait a minute.
There's no
It kills
ending.
your kids. It dehydrates your kids.
There's none. Yeah, because it uses all the serotonin that's in your brain. So
Wow. So you absorb your own children, is what you're saying.
basically, yeah, it stays up, but it just there's no ending. Like
How long? Like how
Nice.
long does that stay up? Like as long as you're high?
yeah. I mean
that's
it's
crazy.
and then well, what was the frustrating thing was the next day, it like same thing like stayed up for an extended period of time, but no ending, and I'm like, okay, this is fucking bullshit. What the fuck is going on? Like, and it wasn't until like maybe a day or two later, then like, yeah, it was back to normal. But so that's how I figured it out. Like, if I'm gonna do a bunch of Molly, don't plan on like busting any
Having
nuts.
kids.
Yeah, I'm like, it's
You know what? With Roe v. Wade being overturned, there's an idea for you right there. Take Molly so you don't make kids.
That's true.
That'll be the new contraceptive.
Yeah, it's fun too.
I've never done that.
You know what? You ladies can't have babies through their buttholes, as far as I know.
I
Neither
don't
can
know.
dudes.
I don't know. I've met some people that like make that statement really fucking questionable.
They're a bunch of shitheads, though.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like fucking biggest assholes on the planet.
Which trailer park were you at when you met him?
Oh, I don't remember. Somewhere in the south,
The Britney Spears trailer park?
where Jamie Spears is fucking still looking to collect royalties that aren't his.
He needs a tongue punch in his fart box in prison.
Is that her dad?
Yeah,
Yeah, Jamie Spears.
it's like, what the fuck did you do to get this fucking to earn this or deserve this money? Like, stop leeching off of your fucking kid.
Yeah.
He
that's
didn't
sad.
wear pretty, hair ties and show his titties on a stage saying, my loneliness is killing me. Although, you know what, if he did, I'd give him some money. Toss it on stage, make him dance on that pole.
What do his titties look like?
Probably really big man boobs.
He's probably got those,
Your favorite.
he's probably got those big old fucking pepperoni nipples.
Oh, baloney nipples.
Wait, what's wrong with baloney
Like
nipples?
fucking Kermit the Frog eyes. All exploded.
Nothing's wrong with baloney nipples. Nothing.
You said
when
all
a girl
titties
says, "Do you
are
want to see my
perfect."
titties?" Yes, I do.
Always.
There was a time when I went to a strip club with strippers that were like 40 plus years old. It was a 50-cent cover charge, and it was BYOB. And yes, I
Oh
wanted
my
to see them, but after seeing a
BYOB.
couple of them, I was pretty much done for the night.
There was a B-rate strip club called the Glitter Gulch in downtown Vegas, and it was pretty much the B and C team like all night, every night. There was
Nice.
absolutely no talent in like. It was sad because a lot of the waitresses were way hotter than the strippers that worked there, and I was like, "Can I just like instead of giving the money to her, can you just stand here and like talk to us for 20 minutes instead?"
I'll keep buying beers if you just sit down.
Yeah, no shit. Did you get to take a break? And like, that's the where I got the refund on the lap dance was at that place.
You got a refund on a lap dance.
I
How
bought
did she
it.
get?
What's that story?
I bought it for a friend of mine, right? And the stripper didn't say, "I'm not comfortable dancing for women" until after she took the money. And then so my friend was like, tells me, "Hey, she's like doesn't feel comfortable dancing for chicks." I'm like, why did she say that before she took the cash? And so then I go and I get like this half-ass lap dance, and then I went to the bathroom. The stripper like bumped into me, and I was and like almost fell, and I caught her, and I like stood her back up, and so we started talking, and then so I told her what happened, and she was like, "Which one?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm not trying to start no shit." And she's like, "No, it's okay. Which one?" And I'm like, that one right there in the white." And she's like, "Oh, that fucking bitch?" And I'm like, yo, wait. And so like she just fucking takes off and goes to the manager. I'm like, "Oh, this fucking bitch." And so I just went back to my seat. And so then the fucking manager comes over and he's like, "Hey, I'm sorry, about that. You guys are bottle service. We're gonna send another round over on the house. Here's the money for the dance. She should have said that she didn't feel comfortable dancing for women before she took the money, and that was fucked up. And you guys are over here buying drinks, and he's like, that's not cool here. And then they sent another fucking bottle over to the table. I was like, fuck, okay.
So you pulled a Karen at the strip club?
No, okay, so apparently those two strippers didn't get along. And so she was just looking for a reason to fucking start some shit with her.
That's funny.
So
give me the Vaseline and my straight razor. I'm going to cut a bitch.
Yeah, she was just like, oh, that fucking bitch? And I'm like, oh, hell no, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, man, you get outside and there's a fucking street fight going on. That'd be nice.
I ended up standing on a fucking tabletop drinking fucking Grey Goose out of the bottle, from what people told me. After a certain point, it's all a little blurry.
It was a good time not to have video, right?
Yeah, that was a good place to do that because there's no camera. And, well, there's not supposed to be, but in general, I can't imagine people taking fucking cameras into a B-rate strip club. It's like, for what?
Well, you know what? That probably got an A- for giving you free bottle service and fixing the matter. So
it did.
Not really B, more like an A-. Give them a little bit more.
I got a B+.
B+.
It's the best thing I can do.
Talking about first, we were looking through Urban Dictionary. Would you be a first trying the screw-a-corn?
The screw-a-corn.
Yeah, it's when you get either two ladies or two dudes on their fours and strap a dildo to their head until they make them try to insert to each other.
I almost used that in my rendition of The Aristocrats. It's funny. I took it out at the end. I wanted to be a little bit more classy, and I should have left it in there.
You classy, and you took it out in the end?
I mean, mine ended with the dog jizzing all over the front of the audience. Oh, how classy could it have been?
Not that bad. I like the idea, though. Would you try the 300? Like at Sparta, 300?
You get kicked?
No, it's when you just finish having sex and make a naked partner at the end of the bed near your feet, then yell Sparta and kick her off the bed. Or him. This is Sparta!
The closest thing I got to that was we just got done, and so I went to go grab the fucking towel, and the one that I had in my hand was previously loved, so I meant to throw it over the top of the fucking bed, and she decided to sit up right at the last second as the fucking towel was leaving my hand, and so it fucking hit her right in the side of the head, and I was like, oh shit. And she was like, what was that? I'm all, nothing, here. She's like, you just throw a fucking jizz rag in my head? She's all
Spider-Man.
She's all, oh, what is that? Oh, thanks, bitch, here you go. And I was laughing. I was like, you weren't supposed to sit up. You were just supposed to lay there until I got the clean one. I was trying to get the dirty one out of the way. And yeah, she fucking sits up and bam. I was like,
did it stick?
You were creating a white worm festival on her head.
I guess it was crusty, so it fucking wasn't smooth.
Hey, kids.
They gave me an idea for fucking nightstand towels that have the Uber or Lyft logo screen printed on them, or the taxi cab logo printed on them. And so when you fucking hand somebody a jizz rag, go, here you go. Uber.
Or you could have one of those old time 1920s washing machines on the side of the bed, so you can just plunge it really quick and then put it through a wringer.
One that says no sleepovers.
Baby special towel.
So did you want me to call you cab or?
Would you try the Kentucky Klondike bar?
Which one was that one?
That's when you freeze a bowel movement and then use it to sexually penetrate. So for, let's say, Cookie, it would be in another dude's butt. For, say, in our favor, it would be in another guy's butt or girl's butt.
Oh!
Nope.
No, I'm gonna take a pass on that one.
Yeah, we were talking earlier. I'm sure you do the Kanye Wested. You're receiving sexual stimulation for pleasure from another person, and you interrupt them and explain from past partner performed said act with a lot more skill. And you allow them to continue said act.
I might have done that before.
You're doing it all wrong, but no, go ahead, continue doing.
Well,
See, the last person who did it was
yeah.
just they knew how to do the alphabet. You just like blah blah blah.
I once misspoke during a blowjob. It was I meant apply more pressure, but it came out unfortunately. Try a little harder.
Try a little harder. Wow.
Yeah, and I instantly got it. I was like, wait, hold on, time out. Need to rephrase. But yeah, no, I meant to say a little bit more pressure, but yeah, it came out try a little harder, and I was like, oh, shit.
Would you ever do the Tony Danza?
I did.
You did?
Yes.
So how hard did you punch her in the face after you yelled out, "Who's the boss"?
No, you slap her in the face with it. That's the key.
Well, in this one under Urban Dictionary, you as you're coming, making her come, you yell out, "Who's the boss?" When she turns around, you punch her in the face,
No.
almost like a docking punch rendition.
No, it was version 1 then. It was
Version 1.
just during the blowjob, take it out and smack him in the face with it and then say, "Who's the boss?" That was
a more kinder tone. Tony Danza.
That was the Tony Danza, yeah. That was the
That
Tony
was like-
Danza I knew.
That was the Tony Danza from Taxi days.
I think if she was like fucking... we were both drinking a lot, so I don't think I would have been able to get away with that shit. Like, she was like instant freak when we would drink, but then like if we were sober, it was all, yeah, you can go ahead and do all the work.
Nice.
Yeah, otherwise I'm pretty sure she would have fucking punched me.
How come all of these things are like bad to the girl? You know what I mean?
Well,
like punching
No,
them.
you're
or like,
absolutely right. But see, as you're reading these, they him to her, but the way I read it and the way I see it, it could be reversed around from her to him too. So even though it says that, I put more fun into it to make it more amorous for the other way around, just in case you have that special partner.
I see.
Like Charizarding, you know, when you light a girl or a dude's pubes and you put it out with your, piss. And you flap your arms and say, "You don't have enough badges to train me."
God.
Right? I mean, so yeah, both of you can have fun on that one. But a lot of these are just funnies. There's dudes that are angry that create these things, but I find them just to be hilarious. I never do the angry pirate. When she's giving you head and you blow in her face and into one of her eyes, and then, hit her in the knee while she's covering one eye and hopping around on one leg, and she goes, "Arr!" It's just a funny thought.
I'd actually like to see that one though.
You know what? In all retrospect, you could probably do it to a dude if you're strong enough. I'm just saying.
I'll try next time.
Kick him in the shins.
Arr! Yeah, kicked me shins. The banshee be blowing like a hot wind.
Or you go check this out and you make them lift up their foot and just put it on top of a Lego. Go, don't step down yet. And then when they blow their load, you just smash on their foot that's on top of the Lego.
That's evil.
Oh my gosh! Talk about the hopping on that one.
There you go, instant pirate. Poke him in the eye.
You take something again like the Chewbacca. Yeah, you're right. It's written more towards, a guy, doing an act on a girl. But realistically, as you read it, I'm thinking, this has more possibilities. It doesn't just have to be your hairy balls in a girl's mouth and making her go, it could be a hairy vagina in a guy's mouth as she's squatting on it going,
That's true. All the Wookiees sounded different in the movie.
That's right. Some were more effeminate.
Right, and if it's a real short guy or girl, then it's an Ewok.
That's right. And once again, we go back to the trail of man versus woman, woman versus man. There's the Simba. After you finish said act, you take your semen and right across forehead and go, "This is Simba." Well, a woman on her special flow month could do the same, and red rag over the forehead.
It smells like a roll of wet pennies.
It's moist and metallic-y.
Who's soaking dimes?
And that was another thing, in high school, dudes talking about earning the Red Wings.
Ew.
No,
Uh,
yeah, I you know what? If I wanted to chew bloody clots, I wouldn't go around telling people I did that.
That's just foul.
Oh, quiet all of a sudden, huh? Come on.
That's
I
just
kind of got like fucking suckered into that one. It was dark.
Wait, whoa. You said suckered. Are we talking about man or girl?
No, the Red Wings. I'm like,
Okay.
It was dark and she didn't say anything, and then like, well, it was dark, so I didn't fucking see anything hanging out of there, and then all of a sudden, like, I'm all underwear string. I'm like, nope, you fucking nasty bitch. I'm like, I just got up. I'm all motherfucker, and she was all, oh yeah, shit, sorry. I'm like,
wow.
all right, that's cool. Bye. I just
Man.
fucking left. I'm like,
You should have just gave her Cleveland Steamer to get even.
she was like, I'll make it up to you. I'm like, not tonight, you won't.
Not tonight, not ever. Bye-bye.
I'm like, well, call me next week. we'll talk
What's
then.
the Cleveland steamer?
It's when you take a meatloaf sandwich on her chest after you shoot in her face.
Are you talking about poop?
Hot plating, yeah.
Ew.
Yep. Hey, it's not like I do this stuff.
Yeah,
I read
right.
this stuff. I find it funny. I have to share it with everyone. So therefore, they don't have to go through these weird acts unless they want to.
Steamer. That sounds about right.
So now
Cleveland
you're
steamer.
really doing a public service. Now everybody knows. Someone says,
Thank
hey,
you.
Cleveland
Someone
steamer?
gets
No.
I like to think we do a public service announcement once a week, but I mean, that's just because I'm a fan of our shit.
Boom, boom. Tss.
We really got to get a joke writer.
All we hear is a bunch of heaving in the background. Yeah, we like to keep people well informed. That way they're not steamed upon or unicorned on or tainted on or any of these other vile acts that we talk about. But if you are interested, we do have an email service that you can talk to us directly and let us know what you like. And we will read it. I will at least read it. I will enjoy it. I will not get grossed out by it. After reading it a few times, I might delete it.
I will read it and like make tons of jokes at your expense, but please do send them in because I'm running out of material. It's been a dry week, other than like, you know, people grabbing their coat hangers and like fucking picket signs and you know, it's been boring. Same gas is fucking expensive, more expensive than weed.
Jesus Christ, right?
Fucking yeah. So, but I think that'd be a fucking great idea. Send some shit in.
And if you see me walking funny after I'm done reading your stuff, don't blame me. I'm not weird. I'm not freaky like that. But, you know, weird things do turn me on. Don't fault me for it. Don't look at me weird like that. I'm just a normal person, so I think.
Weird things turn you on?
Yeah.
Like what?
I'm not saying that I'll, you know, constantly go to it. It's not my go-to well. But, yeah, you know, funny things, weird things. Yeah, I get the thing done, and then I never go back and watch it again. 2 Girls, 1 Cup.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, you don't want to.
I don't want to. I know. That's why I never have.
Some guy said, hey, you ever see this video when it first came out? I'm like, no. What's it called? 2 Girls, 1 Cup. No, but show it to me. You're disgusting. I don't even know what it is. Why are you calling me disgusting? You're disgusting for telling me about it. How am I disgusting for wanting to see it? I maybe want to watch it once or twice, and then I'm done with it. Well, which is what I did. Watch it twice, and yeah, I found it oddly, weirdly exciting. But then, you know, the second time I really wasn't excited, and then I never watched it again. So, yeah.
I was
Call
like,
it weird, call it normal.
I looked, I saw how fake it was. I was like, oh, you dumb motherfuckers. And then I just immediately turned it off. I was like, maybe it was real, okay. But I'm like, oh, that's fucking fake. I'm like, click.
But just the sheer thought of it, right?
Like, hashtag not interested anymore.
Yeah, there was a video called Beer Poop, and the guys and Horse Gag. I don't need to tell you what Horse Gag was about, but Beer Poop, that was a golden one. That should have won an Academy Award that year. It was the weird, you know, the guys were just berating me for 30 minutes, like, you're disgusting, wanting to see this stuff. I'm like, I'm not disgusting, I'm normal. You bring something to my plate, I'm gonna try it. You know, don't present it and say I'm disgusting.
The fucking butt chug with the fucking with the funnel and the fucking.
That's Jackass thing, right?
Yeah, no. This was well before Jackass.
Oh,
Okay.
This was like in 99, somewhere around there, 2000. Yeah, this was when, internet was on dial-ups for the majority, and the internets that were, services that you would normally get for hard lines were, I don't know, super slow. Just where the broadband was so slow that, they would go grainy and all sorts of shit on the video. But this dude was performing an act with this girl and a bottle of champagne, let's say, and got the pressure up in the bottle. And let's just say a human straw had occurred, right? And after the bottle had emptied into this said human straw, he went down to use said human straw and was going to get the pressurized liquid coming out from the straw and take a drink. So as he's going in for the drink of this straw that had been cleaned, you could see his eyes go grainy, and then all of a sudden as he's going in, you see him cross-eyed, and as soon as you see his eyes cross, you see this brown trail coming out, log jammer right for him. As he's going back, he's oh, and chased him out of the coal, man. I'm like, holy crap, that's awesome. Rewind, fast forward, got my laugh out of it, deleted, never saw it again.
That's disgusting.
Right?
Yeah.
But am I a bad person for wanting to see it the first time because someone said it? No, I'm curious. Well, my curiosity ended after watching it that one time. I never saw it again. Never searched it out either. By the way, I'm looking right now. Oh, sorry. We're still video, right? Yeah, so, we're all on this earth one time, spinning around. Don't be afraid to at least see something, try something. Doesn't make you a bad person. And if you keep going at it like a weird freak, then yeah, you are what you are. But hey, enjoy it.
Would you try that though?
Maybe in the right circumstance, yeah.
The champagne thing?
Yeah.
Huh?
The champagne thing?
Yeah. If she's like supermodel hot, even if she's not supermodel hot, if she's into me and I'm into her, and we take certain precautions, I would chance it. Yeah, I would give it a try.
I don't know if I would.
What
I think the
about you?
bubbles would feel weird in my ass.
I don't know. Maybe it might get that nice
Like
bubble
it's
cleaner.
carbonated. You know what I mean? Like how the fuck's that gonna feel up there?
Just take those tiny bathtub bubbles and shoot it up in there and see if it cleans you out.
Probably will.
Tiny bubbles swimming in the sea.
Another game of shooting for distance.
Shoots and Ladders Reborn
Version 2.0.
with a choro chasing you.
That'd be the
Choro is Spanish for turd.
That'd be on the box cover, just fucking running.
Yeah, you're doing the Highlander. Pull up your sword and say, "There can be only one," as it splits off and just goes across your head.
Oh, good times. All right, guys. Well, we are coming up on our time for this episode. Thank you for tuning in this week. And we are going to be back next week. As always, we're starting to get a little bit closer to the end of season 6, but don't you worry. We've already started planning for season 7, and we've got some good stuff in the works. Don't forget to hit up all the social medias, all that good stuff. The Facebooks, the Instagrams, Twitters, fucking our OnlyFans. What else do we do? Fucking.
You guys are on OnlyFans?
No, not yet. We're
trying.
Is it just a bunch of cum splatters against the wall?
It could be. I think we just opened up a whole new market now
Yeah.
after this story, but it's just mostly videos that you see on the rest of our social media, just shamelessly self-promoting.
We're doing the best we can with what we got.
Yep. So, check out all that stuff, and we're even going to have some live shows coming up, so don't forget to check out the YouTube channels, and we'll get some more cannabis reviews, and even some Rice and Beans radios coming up. So, until next time, take a toke, and watch all your rose go up in smoke. Peace.